Okay, and we're ready for our final plot, so let's just do the same thing we did on the previous one. So go in Graphs, Legacy Designs, Scatter Plot. A simple scatter plot, and instead of DW nominate first dimension, we're going to use DW nominate second dimension. And other than that, we'll go through and we'll run it and we'll see. See, there isn't much here in terms of the second dimension, but that's pretty common. All right, so let's make sure that what we did up there and what we did here. So we did 1.25, 1.25, 110 with a bigger margin and a line. So let's go ahead and do all this. So I'll open this a little bit, double click this. Go to chart size, click off the aspect ratio, do 300 and 600. Apply that. Here, let's go down here and click on the scale. So if you double click there, it'll take you to this menu. Click all those off. 1.25, 0.25, 0.25, and that one's fine. And for these, we don't need a big margin. The other one, we can use big margin. Apply that, and that looks pretty good. That looks real solid, and it starts to come together. I do not like these little things. They're kind of ugly. So let's not do crosses, X's. Let's do plus signs this time. And make them big, make them about 10, and apply that. That gives us kind of a little bit better pattern. Double click this one, it'll take us here, click on the scale. 0 to 100, let's just make those 10 and apply it that way. And that's pretty good. Okay. So we've got a pretty good plot here. The only thing that I'd like to do is let's do the elements and let's put a fit line and let's just do the linear regression, and we closed. We need to get rid of this one up here, so let's do options, hide legend, and that gets rid of that one. And then if we do this linear transgression, get rid of the line for the label, and lo and behold, we have our plot. So let's close that thing down. That thing looks real close to this one. In terms of the format, completely different format. Actually, that's not a bad, it's got a pretty decent slope. That usually is pretty flat, so this one might be significant if we run it. Let's copy, and what that'll do is it'll create a PNG file, portable network graphic file. Let's go back to, I've just got this in the instructions, but you're gonna do the same thing. Let's go back to this one. Let's delete this one. And let's paste this one, and then let's get rid of all of this other stuff. And the last thing that we need to do is right click, size, and let's make this 6.4. And we're good. Make sure that you update yours, and you are going to turn in these three figures, and then the last thing that we're going to do is the correlation tables, which I'm going to tell you how to do in just a minute.